And now, University of Alabama head coach Bill Curry.
Welcome to the Alabama Football Show. The Mississippi State game was one that we all knew was pivotal. The obvious question was consistently asked, what's going to happen to your team now that you've come off of a very emotional win against the University of Tennessee, a very emotional win at Penn State where we were fortunate to block the field goal in the last seconds. And the fact is that we had not played on emotion in either of those games. In fact, we had played with a sort of a business-like approach. That doesn't mean that we aren't enthusiastic, that we don't jump up and down, but people seem to have a hard time understanding that you don't win football games with emotion. You win football games with proper preparation, with attention to detail, and by getting your mind on what you have to do. I thought we were emotional for the Tennessee game. Emotion can help. It can hinder. It all depends on preparation. I was sitting in a meeting with our leadership committee, and John Mangum, when I talked about the emotion of the Tennessee win, John Mangum made the statement, Coach, we weren't particularly emotional that day. So I reviewed it, and he was right. Some of our coaches were concerned as we warmed up for the Mississippi State game. We're not showing a lot of emotion. But the way we had prepared, and the way we moved our feet, and the way we caught the ball, and the way we focused on detail, told me that we were ready to win. We won the coin toss, and with the win, we determined to defer to the second half. So Philip Doyle kicked off, and we had better coverage. John Sullen stuffed the blocker and the ball carrier there, and we get him stopped inside the 25-yard line. This ball's batted down by Steve Webb. As I said, it was a good performance by our defense. We were able to hold him to 159 yards. There's Willie Wyatt, the best nose guard in America, and I mean that. He just does a great job week after week after week. He makes the first two plays with some help there. It's like Vantrice Davis, maybe. Rodney Helton, who started the game, and Keith McCant's place. Keith was a little injured, but he came in and played real well. Saw one pass there from Hollingsworth to Saran Stacy, who had another great day. And we punted the ball back. Both defenses playing well early here. On the reverse, big hit by Ephraim Thomas and George Thornton. We get the ball back here. Saran Stacy had 159 yards on 32 carries, and he's really given us great work. He ran well. Martin Houston ran well. Derek Lassick ran extremely well. Jeff Dunn in at quarterback. Gary got momentarily dinged there. Jeff was ready to play, as he always is, and I think one of the highlights of our season this year has been the attitude of people like Jeff Dunn, who could be sour because he got hurt, but he's just participating and pitching in, ready to go whenever he's needed. Here's Derek Lassick, number 25. You're going to see a lot of this young man. He almost broke that one. It's about a 6-yard gain. Here on the screen, back to Saran Stacy, a 13-yard gain. Good block in there by Roger Schultz and by Chris Robinette. On the counter play, watch Derek Lassick spin off tacklers. 11-yard gain here, just running through people right and left. So we're on a good drive here. As the first quarter ends, it's still 0-0, but the drive would end up in a touchdown after 99 yards. We'll be back to see the rest of it after this. Second quarter here now, and we run the sprint draw. Saran Stacy gets bottled up in the middle, but as he always does, senses the opening and bounces it outside, runs it into the end zone. This is the only touchdown of the first half. Excellent blocking, people sticking on blocks, even though we didn't get the movement we would like. Vince Strickland there, Chris Robinette, Roger Schultz, Trent Patterson, Terrell Chapman, and led by Kevin Turner. Saran goes into the end zone, and with the extra point, that's a 99-yard drive, 17 plays. We did get a little help from one penalty on a punt situation that helped us maintain possession. And after the kickoff, Mississippi State was forced to punt. So we have the ball back, and we sort of go back and forth here for the entire remainder of the half. Excellent throw and catch from Hollingsworth to Marco Ballard. Todd Jordan, the freshman quarterback in for Mississippi State. He knocked the ball loose. I believe it was Spencer Hammond and Ephraim Thomas on the recovery. John Sullins And we have the ball back. Some good plays here, though we didn't maintain. Great use of the sideline by Craig Sanderson. It's something we work on every day. Very pleased with the improvement in our skilled athletes. We continue to catch the ball better and better. Our secondary, our wide receivers, our backs. John Mangan with the interception here on the deep ball. Here's Saran Stacy on the counter. Good blocking there by Brent Strickland, Charlie Abrams. On the shotgun. Excellent pass protection. Our cameraman sort of missed that catch. That was another good catch by Craig Sanderson on the sideline for a first down. Moving the ball real well. Saran Stacy up the middle. Big block there by Brent Strickland. Hollingsworth to Marco Battle for another first down. Eric Lassick back in the game here. Good, tough running. He takes it up in there with authority the way you're supposed to. Now back to Mississippi State. Keith McCants, Steve Webb, Willie Wyatt. A lot of enthusiasm. Thomas Ram played well. Here on the option, John Sullen slows him up. And Keith McCants finishes the job. Mike Ramil played a lot in the game. Did a good job for us. Here on the sweep, excellent tackling by Lee Osment and Willie Wyatt, who's always around the football in this game. This time John Sullen gets the QB on the ground on the option attempt. Sullins is getting to be bigger and bigger in our thinking and playing better. He forced the hurry there, and the ball was batted down by George Thornton. Nice catch here by Saran. Throw by Hollingsworth. We just sort of rocked back and forth. We were able to maintain the ball and control them on defense, and would like to have scored points, but Mississippi State has a good defense, and it took us a while to get them worn down, and we had to move on into the second half before we scored anymore. Coming off our goal line, we came off the 1 and off the 7 with first downs during the first half. There's Saran off the left side, and then a first down as the half ends, and we run the clock out with the score 7-0 Alabama. One of the things I really would like to improve about our team is what we do with the football when we open the third quarter. We've done fairly well a couple of times, but this is another example where we don't move it. We have to punt, and that's into the wind if there is a wind, because we've deferred and taken the wind in the first half, and we want to drive the ball to start the second half, but we didn't do that. Big hit by Keith McCants here, Mississippi State with the ball. This is third down off the right side. Great play by John Mangan, who makes one great play after another. I believe John's performing at an all-conference level. And on 4th and 2, Joel Logan comes in, Mississippi State's excellent field goal kicker. Makes a 37-yarder, and they end up scoring. So I don't like the way we've been starting out in the third quarter, but that's the bad news. The good news is excellent return by Lamont Russell here. He gets good field position for us, and as we have done all year long, we were able to answer the Mississippi State score, meaning when they score, we come back and score. Great throw, great catch. Hollingsworth the battle on the post corner route. 23 yards. Here on the sprint draw pass. Good throw, nice catch by Prince Wembley. Excellent protection. 2nd and 5. Counter play. Saran Stacy running hard. He always makes things happen. Charlie Dare's in the game now. Charlie had a good game for us. Not so good there, but picked up later. Excellent throw. Good presence by Hollingsworth. And Jeff Wall, who's done a terrific job of handling the ball, took a low snap there, and we come back with a score to make it 10-3. A lot of pressure here by Willie Wyatt on Shell, and he sort of has to get rid of the ball and unload it. Charles Gardner back there with Spencer Hammond. And we're starting to move now, starting to block them better, starting to wear them down somewhat. Martin Houston for 6 yards. Great throw and catch As I said, our skill level by our receivers, our tight ends, our backs, our DBs continues to improve with the work of our offensive staff. Coach Bowden, Coach Lewis, Coach Smith doing a marvelous job for us. 4-yard gain there. Mississippi State got the ball back, but Spencer Hammond forced the fumble, and George Thornton came up with it at the 27-yard line, and we were able to take this into the end zone. 1st and 10 on the toss sweep, and Stacy cuts back and runs through heavy traffic for a 1st down. Leaping over the pile now, Stacy for 7 yards. He's got tremendous athletic ability. Here on the counter, we don't block many folks, but he runs through them. Sure looked like he was in the end zone to me there, but we come up 2nd and 1 at the end zone, right at the goal line. Pretty good movement there, and Martin Houston gets it in for the touchdown. This is tough sledding, but we did get just enough movement. Martin goes over the top, and the score goes with the extra point to 17-3 in the 3rd quarter. We've got the ball back now. Excellent protection once again. Great concentration on the football. Got a Marco Battle on the catch. And as we end the 3rd quarter, Gary moves in the pocket real well and finds Lamont Russell there for another 1st down. So we were able to control the football game as we got into the 3rd quarter, and that, of course, was our objective. We'll be back for the 4th quarter in just a minute. We're in the 4th quarter driving again at Mississippi State's 13-yard line, and we run this down to very close to the 1st down, but we were conservative for obvious reasons. So we simply wanted to put the win away, so we took the field goal here. Excellent job by Philip Doyle, who continues to have a great season for us. I believe Philip Doyle is operating at an all-conference level. So the score is now 20-3, and our defense is playing extremely well. Todd Jordan back in the game. A lot of pressure. Good coverage by our players on defense. Toss sweep to Fair. This is on 4th down. Great tackle by John Mangum, and we take over the football again. This is with about 10 minutes left in the game now, and we're mostly running the ball. There's 9 yards by Saran. We fake the toss sweep and come back on the quick post. Fine concentration by Prince Wembley for a 12-yard gain. Off the play action, good throw over the middle to Russell for 12 yards. And then we work it back down for another field goal down close, 28-yarder. And with 4:11, or rather about 6 minutes left in the game, but the drive took 4:11. Derek Rushton with good pressure here. I was about to say, with about 6 minutes left in the game, we went up 23-3. Mississippi State with the ball again. Good tackle by Sullen. Rodney Helton back in the game, playing well. Fair tackle there by John Sullins and several other people. Good play by Ephraim Thomas here. There were several penalties in this drive that allowed them to get down close, and then on the blitz here with the quick trap, they were able to score late in the game, and we were disappointed with that. We would rather keep them off the board. We don't want anybody to score on us ever if we can possibly avoid it. So we were playing a lot of people, but we still wanted to keep them off the board. Mississippi State then tried their own side, but they touched the ball before it went 10 yards, and we were able to run out the clock. Martin Houston running well. Martin's going to be a heck of a player for us. He's just in his redshirt freshman year. Redshirt freshman Derek Lassick here. An exciting player. A lot of speed, but a heady player. He knows when to get it on the ground, and that runs the clock out with the score 23-10.